everybody, your designers are here.
I'm Anita with Cedar Hill Farmhouse.
And I'm Yvonne at Stone Gable.
And I'm Kelly at My Soulful Home. We've got tips and tricks and decorating advice for you today. So let's get started.
Hey everyone, today is episode 270, Secrets to an Organized Master Bedroom Closet. And I sort of need this. It's like do as I say, not as I do. And this episode can be found on decoratingtipsandtricks.com/270. Okay, I'm going to be listening in because our master bedroom closet has a tendency to get a little bit disorganized. I think we have way too much in there. So I sort of know what to do, but it's harder to do than just telling everybody. So I have some good advice, and I'm just going to have to follow the good advice we hear from the girls too today.
What I wanted to tie in with the episode today is that we just talked earlier this week about elevating the everyday and making you just kind of things you can do to make you happier during the day. And I think about a closet, how we're in the closet at least twice a day. You know, in the morning, you're in there getting your clothes. In the evening, you might be getting your pajamas out of there. And this is a room that you're in a lot, but I think people don't understand how much it's impacting you if it's messy and disorganized. And this could be a bright spot in your morning when you first go in there and a lovely place to land in the evening if you've got it organized and looking nice. So I think it can really make a difference in your day. And I really mean that.
But Anita, not everybody wishes we would have a closet like yours. And I'll try to find one of your posts that have that. And I'm going to put that on the show notes because your closet is gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Well, and there's so many, even if I have a big closet. So that's what she's talking about. I have built-ins in the back. And we have a desk and some chairs in there. So it's kind of a roomy room. But even if you don't have a lot of space, it's amazing how many things that you can take of things that we've done that would work in a smaller space. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, like one of the things I've done is organize everything by color. So I have the pants together, the shirts. I have short sleeves one place and long sleeve blouses somewhere else, but they're all organized by color and it looks so much neater. And that's something that anyone can do. And the other thing that I've done is not to overcrowd my clothes. So I think we end up with all these clothes in there that we're not really using and it looks messy. And there's probably stuff in there that you're thinking, it just stresses you out even looking at it. Maybe there's some clothes that don't fit.
Okay. Can I tell you about something I heard about?
Yes.
It's a holiday, but you could celebrate it any day. So it's a sort of a,
is it Festivus?
No, not for the rest of us. It is a self-inspired holiday, so to speak. It's called DISCARDIA. And, yes, it's a holiday.
I think we
all
like
about
this one already.
Letting go of things and simplifying your life. So I did not make up DISCARDIA. I wish I had, but there is a person who did, and they have this whole Discardian way of life. Mm-hmm. But DISCARDIA has a particular trick about the clothes in your closet, which before you dive into organizing it, so it's this fabulous showplace that functions beautifully and you're happy to go into in the morning and in the night. And maybe sometimes you find yourself wandering in there during the day just because it's so fab. First, you have to purge, right? So DISCARDIA, you need to declare it the holiday. Today is DISCARDIA Day. And then you begin the process. DISCARDIA, the founder of DISCARDIA, suggests this. You turn all the hangers in your closet around so the hooks are pointing towards you. So the wrong way, right? Like normally you'd put it on the hook and the little round thing would go over.
Yes.
And you wouldn't see. So you want to see the end of the top of the hanger. You got it? Okay. So then when you wear something, you're going to put it back with the hook going the normal way. So basically like you're giving that garment, not the once over like, maybe if I get invited to a Moroccan inspired cocktail party, I'll wear this. Or maybe, if I, hike the Appalachian Trail, I'll wear this fleecy. No, not that thought that goes through your head and then you put the thing back. This is real deal. This is like, actions speak louder than words with regard to your clothing. If you're not wearing it, then in the next several months, if that hanger has not turned around, it's time for it to go.
I love this idea. I am going to declare a Discardia day.
Well, yes. I don't think I even need to do that. I mean, do you really even need to do that? You know what you're wearing and what you're not wearing.
No, because I do that thing where it's, I might get invited to a Moroccan inspired cocktail party, and I want to be ready.
If I run out of my white long sleeve t-shirts, I need this one in a pinch.
Yeah. Even though I don't like it.
It's not just the hanging clothes. I have a place for my shoes. There's only so many slots for shoes.
What?
And they're exposed. So if they're starting to look if I don't want to walk in and see my shoes on this pretty shelf, then why am I even wearing them? So,
I know.
Because they're so comfortable.
I have a hard time getting
shoes. Well, I mean, maybe one or two.
When you put your foot in, they don't look ratty, but they're so pretty.
Yeah. Well, so maybe like at your driving mocks or something, but it really keeps me from, I have limited space for everything because I don't want it to be all cluttered. So if I've run out of space for shoes, then every time I get a new pair, something's got to go. Same thing with the purses. I was showing Kelly how neatly my purse.
No, I should have taken photos, but I thought perhaps I wouldn't have been allowed. But no, it was a thing of beauty. They all just looked at me, all the purses.
But there weren't that many.
See, I don't have a lot I do love purses.
The reason it looked so neat was because I hardly have any purses anymore. I gave most of them away.
But shoes, that's a different story.
Okay, so anyway, we're going to get it. Let's dive further into the secrets. But Discardia doesn't really have to be a secret anymore. Thank you for the person who invented this holiday. I think it's really great. There are so many holidays now, but this is just a little private holiday. You don't have to hashtag anyone. You don't have to take a picture of it and put it on Instagram or anything like everybody does for all the holidays. This is just your own private little holiday. You could have it once a week if you wanted. Discardia.
But can you use it for everything in there, not just the clothes? I would. Yeah,
I mean,
her
tip everything. Or his tip, I'm thinking it's a her, is, about the hangers. So that's a very visual, way to deal with it. And like I'm saying, actions speak louder than words. If you're not wearing it and you look and that hanger is still the other way, you can keep it if you want, but you really shouldn't if you're being true to the holiday, the spirit of the holiday. And maybe you do that say if you have shoes and shoe boxes, let's think of a way you could do that. Maybe when you wear it, take the lid off and don't put the lid back on it. Think of some way to indicate that these shoes are being worn. Maybe if they're not shoes in boxes, maybe put one shoe going one way and one shoe going the other way.
Or just put an X on the box if you use it.
Yeah.
So all the ones that aren't X.
So some way to indicate whether you're using, rather than, I do this a lot. Actually, I go through my closet, but I'll take the stuff out and, and then sometimes I put it back. And I still don't wear it in 6 months, and I'm still waiting to get invited to that Moroccan inspired cocktail party, and I have that outfit.
Oh, here's another idea, and it's kind of related to Discardia. It's kind of a Discardia corollary. What about all that stuff we shove in the closet that's not clothes, that really doesn't even belong in the master closet?
That's bad.
All of that stuff. Let's get it out of there, because there's probably a bunch of things in there that could go in your attic or go somewhere that do not
take part in Discardia.
Right. Just think about what's in here that really is not. I'm thinking if it's your closet, it should either be clothing, something you wear, or something that's used every day. So if there's Christmas ornaments in there, I'd say move those on out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for sure.
I mean, that's just
Or
an example of
pumpkin
something.
stems.
Pumpkin stems,
Oh, no.
that's right.
Oh, no, except for the pumpkin stems in your undies drawer, because that's where we're all storing them.
Do you know, I wrote that today in my blog because I gave a little tip about saving. I said, hey, and keep them in your undie drawer. And I said, you have to listen to decorating tips and tricks
Oh, that's
to get
so
that.
funny.
Yeah, to get that. But here's another thing that I love to do. I like good quality hangers. So I get those fuzzy ones. You know, the nicer
My daughters
ones.
like those fuzzy ones. They're kind of like felted a little bit.
They just
What is
remind me
that?
of velvet because my clothes where I put them, they don't slide around.
I know, but what is that
Yeah.
material? I know. Remember, if
don't know.
anybody has the little kids or grandchildren or something out there, the Calico Critters. We had so many Calico Critters, and they were made of that material.
Okay.
It's
wow.
like kind of fuzzy, kind of plush, but they're hard. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
They're
that
like molded.
feeling.
But they work so well. Yeah, they work so well to keep your clothes on your hanger where you put them so they're not sliding around and falling off. So I've just decided I just got rid of all of my hangers and that's all I use. And I'm so happy with them. Now, I didn't
they're
do it all
thin.
at once.
Right,
And
they're-
I'll give you a little hint. I went to Home Goods because
Yeah.
they're always on sale at Home Goods.
Oh, okay. And the ones I'm thinking of, Yvonne, are very thin. Like there's
Yes,
a wire
they're not
and the
too
wire's
thick.
covered.
That's right.
Right. Because you don't want big giant, maybe you want some nice, like almost like man suit type of hangers
Mhm.
for your coats or something to, keep the shoulders and stuff, like, big winter coats and stuff like that. But for blouses and t-shirts and stuff you're hanging in your closet, the thinner the better. You can get more stuff in there. Don't you just love a great recommendation from a friend? Well, we're delighted to be recommending these companies and their wonderful products to you today. And let them know your friends at DTT sent you. Inevitably, with the new year come wellness goals. One very effective and easy to reach goal is to add Dose to your wellness regime. Dose is expertly formulated organic wellness shots that support your liver in one delicious drink. Formulated with ingredients clinically shown to support liver health. Potent turmeric, milk thistle, and ginger. There's 0 sugar and 0 calories. Did you know that your liver performs over 500 special functions? Since I learned all that my liver is doing, I started with Dose to support all those vital functions. I take a shot of refreshing Dose 2 times per week to combat everyday toxins from food, meds, alcohol, and unhealthy air. Since starting with Dose about a month ago, I am definitely feeling an overall improvement in my health. So if you want to give Dose a shot and invest in your health like I have, Dose is offering DTT listeners 15% off your first order, plus an additional 15% off if you subscribe for a monthly delivery. That's 30% off your first order. So go to dosedaily.co/DTT and use the code DTT. That's dosedaily.co.co/DTT and use the code DTT. Green Chef is a delicious delight any time of year, but especially during the holidays. What a wonderful vision to behold as the Green Chef boxes on your doorstep. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. And it makes eating well so easy with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat a more balanced diet. So let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season. And if you've got guests coming, shop Green Bundles. They're now available at the Green Market. It's your one-stop shop for nutritious grab-and-go breakfasts, including vegan options, brunch kits, wholesome lunches, ready-to-eat snacks, veggie sides, and more. You can feel your best this December and do your best with Green Chef because they offset 100% of the delivery emissions as well as 100% of the plastic in every box. Go to greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT and get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. Good
How
stuff.
about thinking about a nice high-end store where you would go in and try on clothes. There would be a beautiful mirror there, perhaps a beautiful little stool to sit on. Just think of like the most expensive store you could go in, a little dressing room, and try to add some of those elements. So you might have room for a night. Maybe you don't have room for a sofa in your closet. But maybe you have, or a chair, but maybe you have room for a small little stool or a garden stool. Maybe you have room for a leaning mirror. And I'm telling you, you're going to want a leaning mirror to look at yourself in, because it does make you look thinner than if the mirror is straight up and down.
Mm-hmm. Here's what also I was thinking when you said that, Anita. I'm going to put a mirror on the inside of my closet door because it swings open to my bedroom and there's nice light coming through. But I'm going to look for a better mirror, because some of the real cheapo ones, they make you look so distorted. I would be depressed every day. Can you imagine? Oh,
but you want it angled. There's a huge difference, because the mirror, I have an armoire in my bathroom and it's actually tilted the wrong way. And
oh dear.
I try not to, and it's this huge mirror that's there. I try not to look at myself. And every time Evie comes in there, she says, "This is horrible." And I say, "I know." Don't look at it.
Well, maybe even you could put just like a little brace at the bottom of it, or a stopper or something, like, a door stopper. That would give it enough, I think, lift to make it lean enough to make you look good. What about those? And see, Bob puts, like, he doesn't like to use his drawers as much. So he puts like all of his jeans on his shelf and then all of his sweaters. And one thing I just keep thinking about doing, I'm going to get those shelf dividers. Because sometimes his jeans bleed over into his sweaters, and then we've got a mix of stuff and stuff falls down.
Yeah.
So I was, just doing research for this, thinking, ooh, that is a really good thing. I bet you if I went to the Container Store, they'd probably have those.
Oh, yeah. I think that they probably have those, or get them on Amazon. You probably get them online.
That's true.
I do love that Amazon. I love that stuff.
Yeah, it's going to take over the world.
Oh, my goodness. Isn't that
But I think I'm okay with it, I mean, I just had giant things of Bounty arrive and toilet paper, and we went on one of those subscriptions, but now I'm going a little off topic, but I'm telling
That's
you,
okay.
I'm
Well,
an advocate of that.
What about this? What about putting a nice, pretty rug in your closet too, if you have room?
Yeah, or even just a little tiny runner, even if you don't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If the closet is small, you're not going to need to buy a big rug. I mean, it might even just be a pretty small one.
That's
fine.
My
closet is, we have my things on my side and Bob's things on another side. And it's long, but it's narrow. But you know what would look really nice in there? I don't know that I'd put a rug in, but I would put a painted oilcloth in there.
Oh, there you go.
Wouldn't that? Oh, I just have the place for it in my town. I have one at my front door. They're so pretty. That would really spruce that up a little bit. And then I'm going to get coordinated boxes.
So what about this? If you had some stuff on some shelves and you just felt like it was unsightly and you really didn't want to look at it, maybe there's just not a way to really organize it so that it's up to your standards. One thing you could do is maybe put a curtain rod in front of it and just have the curtain covering it, and then you just pull it back when you're getting something out of there. That might be a nice camouflage. You mean within the
closet itself, or as
within the closet? Yes. You might have
and you could also take that same idea and use it as the door to the closet, because if you're in a small space, if you're in a small bedroom, maybe you're in an apartment or something like that, or it's just a small house, and if that door is swinging out rather than in, that might, impede your path inside the room and take up space. And if it's swinging in, it's also going to take up that room behind the door when it closes in. You might be able to maybe hang things on hooks or something behind it, or have some sort of shoe rack on that door. But if you didn't have it there, you might be able to do more rod space or more shelves or something like that. So you could just take that off and use a pretty curtain on a rod. Like you could just even use a tension rod.
Right. And I think the overarching theme of what we're saying today is treat your closet like any other room in your house, meaning don't make this like your junk room and where you just throw things and you just don't care how it looks. because maybe you don't have guests coming over to see your closet, but you're in there every day. So try to think about what you're doing to decorate the other rooms in your house. What would make it fabulous for you? Maybe you're able to put a little lamp in there. I know Kelly loves little lamps. So
I was just thinking that because I did do that recently. I put a little lamp. I don't have a very big closet. You can walk into it, but it's, it's the galley kitchen equivalent of a closet.
That's what we have.
Walk in and, Peter has this little tiny section and then I have the rest and I need a little stool to get up to the higher shelves. And it's still, I did design it from, no space. Like it wasn't a closet. We made it a closet. So I was able to put in a lot of things that I wanted, but I didn't have it, outfitted by one of those closet companies or anything like that. So we've slid in 2 little Eastlake dressers that I just had in my little orphanage and they're working, but it's really not ideal because they could be taller, they could be a little skinnier, but it gave me a horizontal surface to be able to put my rings and stuff when I'm taking them off and then put this little lamp. And what a difference. I'm like kind of get excited to go in and put my little lamp on because the lighting is so different and it just feels like a cozy little space.
So if you don't, so there's a couple things that she said. So one is put a dresser in your closet if you have room for it. It would make a great island. Or just even a place to put your jewelry on and everything. And then the other thing about the lamp is, let's say you don't have a way to plug the lamp in. What about you could go with those candles that Yvonne talks about where it's electric, where it's battery operated. So you could put some candlelight in there. So that's another option.
I just wanted to jump in and just say something about putting a dresser in your closet. That's what we did. To give our bedroom a little more space. So we had to forego the back wall. Our closet's like a U. So we had to forego part of that back wall, like the center of it, because we can still hang a few things on either side. But we put Bob's dresser in there. And actually, that's the nicest looking part of the whole room.
So one thing that I've done a couple of times now in a couple of different houses is I made a jewelry rack out of those thread holders. They're wooden thread holders that you could get at Joann's.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're just slats of wood. Sometimes they're made that they can stand on their own, particular if you're picture you're at your sewing machine and it kind of has its own little stand. But you can do that, or you just fold that back and I just attach it to the wall in my closet. At first, I, of course, spray painted it white to match the wall. And it is fantastic, I'll tell you. And it doesn't look like it's even repurposed. It looks like it's made for the job that I'm using it for. So I have long necklaces and my costume jewelry bracelets and rings. I even have some of my jeweled watches hanging from there. I'm probably not going to hang my wedding ring from there, but it's more for my costume jewelry, but it works so well. And I find that, I'm always sort of rushing, right? And to getting dressed, and I don't wear some of the fun or nice things that I have because I don't take the time to then dig in the little bag and it's in the drawer. You
can't find them or you forget about it.
Yeah, you forget about it. This way, you throw in a blouse and you're like, oh, wow, this kind of needs something. And you just look over and bam, you see it all hanging right there and nothing's tangled up. It's all hanging really nicely. So I would suggest that for anybody who has some, costume jewelry that they really like to use.
Here's another thing I actually use in my closet. You can get those shoe hangers, not the ones that have like the little pockets, but the ones that actually have like little cubbies. They hang up from the top and the little cubbies fall down on top of it, like one after another. And I keep things like my yoga pants and my workout clothes and different things like that. I roll them and stick them in the cubbies, and that gives me a lot of extra storage room in a very small space.
Oh, wow. That's a smart use. And just sort of going off piste a little bit.
I even have one that I have a little basket in that I have my lint roller in and things like that we can use.
Oh, and I've bought school locker baskets before to store things in. And just kind of a cute retro look. It's just kind of fun in the closet to see them.
That is cute. Hey, does anybody have a safe in their closet?
A safe?
Yeah. Like
I'm not going to tell you where ours is.
Hey, hey, does anyone have one of those? I think those are good to have. It's not like I'm storing the Hope Diamond or something like that. But we had a very unfortunate thing happen when we were selling our other house during one of the open houses. I had one of those it wasn't California closets, but that sort of thing in my closet. And the top drawer was where you would put your finer jewelry, and it had a key, and I had locked it and I hid the key. Oh, and somebody crowbarred it open during the open house.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And they got a couple of really nice pieces. So, I thought, that's a good idea. So we got one of those smaller little safes.
Fireproof safes.
Yeah. That you find in hotel rooms, and you can get those to go into your closet. And, as I'm saying, I certainly am not storing, the crown jewels in there, but it's a good place to keep passports. If you're not wearing, lots of times when I'm spray painting or gardening or something like that, I'm not wearing my wedding ring and all of that. And I just put it in there. I have, a very good habit now of putting it there, and that I know where I put it. I didn't take it off by the sink or leave it any place. And, God forbid. And it's in there and it's safe.
That's right. That's a very,
but I wonder about those.
Tip.
So if you forget the combination, what happens?
Well, such is life. Passwords for everything. If you forget the combination, I guess, you find somebody who knows how to crowbar it open. There's apparently plenty of
Call
people
that guy that was
can.
in your house. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Pesto pork chops over Parmesan polenta. Not that easy to say, but oh, so easy to make with Green Chef. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit company for eating well, and we have such a great deal for you. You're going to save $250. Listen on for the details on that. Green Chef makes eating well easy for any lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. We're getting into the busy holiday season, so it's a perfect time to have Green Chef help you out. Let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season with their chef-crafted, nutritionist-approved recipes featuring fresh ingredients and nothing artificial. And you know what? You don't have to lose track of your healthy eating habits during the holidays. Every Green Chef customer gets a free session with their registered dietitians who will walk you through how to make clean eating work for you. So sign up for your free session and start on the road towards better health today. And that deal I want to tell you about, visit greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. So that's greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. BritBox just keeps getting better. The new Archie is amazing. And it's not the comics. It's about Cary Grant. Archie is the brand new limited series starring Jason Isaacs as Archie Leach, the man who became Cary Grant. From the award-winning screenwriter of Philomena, Archie tells Grant's born in Britain, made in Hollywood story, the dramatic grit to glamour transformation that led him to become one of the most famous people in the world. You are going to absolutely love the acting, but also the styling, the outfits, the scenery. It's the first time his story has been told in collaboration with his daughter Jennifer Grant and ex-wife Diane Cannon. The performances from Jason Isaacs and the rest of the cast are amazing, and it's only available on BritBox. So sign up for BritBox today to stream Archie and other fan favorites from any device. And we have a special limited time offer for our U.S. and Canadian listeners. Get 50% off, yes, that's 50% off your first month when you sign up for a monthly plan. But only if you go to BritBox.com and use our promotion code DTT at checkout. You're going to love Archie. So head over right now and get 50% off your first month of BritBox. Use the promotion code DTT at BritBox.com. Maybe having one of those safes that isn't just one of those little drawers with a key, which is kind of like, a glorified jewelry box, really. That's not, clearly not that safe. If you feel like you need a little bit more protection, then look into one of those. It's really not expensive at all. It's just a little box that has a little combination.
I also thought of this. If you can't afford or you don't want to make the investment in something as luxurious as like California closets or something like that. And this is what we're thinking of as an option for that, because we've done 2 of our smaller closets ourselves, and we were very pleased with how they turned out. But we're thinking about maybe doing our master closet with a sort of do-it-yourself kit. I know the ones that we used were from Rubbermaid, and they were really good, but also, and so right now we just have a bar and a shelf, and we've had that ever since we moved in here. But, we just think, wow, we really could use to do something a little nicer with this closet. We've done everybody else's closet, but ours. So, that's something for you to think about, because it's pretty economical.
I think the Container Store is a really great source for that. Even if you just went and looked at their catalogs, or went in the store and saw the options that they had, and then you can start thinking about whether it would fit in. And I think that they also have it where you could just buy it and do it yourself, or you could have someone come and give you a closet consult, something like that, where they could give you the different options of the modular type pieces that they have.
Yes. That's
just
a good
be sure
idea.
to purge before you
exactly
look at what you need.
Declare a Discardia a day, maybe once a week for a while.
And here's just one more thing, and I have to do this when we're talking about it. We have to paint your closet. I mean, we haven't painted our closet since we moved in, so we've painted everybody else's, but not ours.
No, I know why, because you got to haul everything out to do it.
I know, but it's about time.
I don't envy you that. But yeah, no, that's a great idea. And I love all these ideas, because I had a messy closet before, and now it's neat. And I'm going to say, kind of life changing.
You're not going back, Anita.
No, I'm not going back. You can't make me. So so I think it's really something important to do. And I think you'll love it when you get it the way you want it. And remember, we're here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time.
Hey, everybody, we want to thank you so much for listening to Decorating Tips and Tricks. And we want to make it even easier for you to listen. And it's easier if you subscribe. You just click the subscribe button on our website, www.decoratingtipsandtricks.com, or you can subscribe through Apple Podcast or any of your favorite podcast listeners. So until next time.